So how difficult is it to replace a sewage pump? Now, I'm not a plumber, but I do play one on YouTube, so let's get into it. Behind this wood panel is a sewage ejection pump. I'm at my church this Saturday morning to do a job that I'm not really looking forward to.
I don't know. It sounds like a lot of work.
There are 3 toilets in the basement here that flow into this pit in the ground. At the bottom of the hole is a sewage ejector pump. The pump died yesterday. For my replacement pump, I bought this half horsepower Liberty brand, which came highly recommended. A sewage or ejector pump looks very similar to a sump pump. Generally, a sump pump will have a smaller 1 to 1.5 inch exit pipe, while an ejection pump is normally 2 inches. Also, an ejection pump is specifically designed for waste, while a sump pump is designed for water only. The pump pushes the toilet waste and sink water up 6 feet and then down into a sewer. I bought this Liberty brand for $447. I saw the same pump online at Home Depot for $200 more than I paid for it at the Elmwood Plumbing Supply store. Once I took the cover off the pit, I saw that it was filled to the top with water. Fortunately, I brought my utility pump where I sucked most of the water out and through a nearby window. Once I got most of the water out, I tested the old pump just to be sure it was indeed broken. And it was. I unplugged the pump and disconnected the 2 rubber connectors as well as the one-way check valve. A one-way check valve has a rubber flap inside that allows water to exit the pump but not flow down the pipe and back into the pump when the pump turns off. It's a good idea to change this valve as long as I'm changing the pump. It's only a $25 part. Now I'm able to remove the broken pump from the pit and replace it with the new pump. If you buy a pump from a plumbing supply store, you're going to probably get better advice than from a big box store, where the young person helping you just ran over from the appliance department. By talking to the experts at the plumbing supply house, I got the right-sized 1/2 horsepower pump. Oversizing a pump can lead to constant cycling and premature burnout of your pump system. Undersizing a pump can lead to the same issue, so it is important to choose a submersible pump that most closely fits the needs of your sump pit. They also told me that I did not need a grinder pump for my application. I'm reusing the old 2-inch PVC pipe I took off the broken pump. Now I'm in the home stretch installing the new pump. I simply drop it in, then feed my 2 power cords through the hole and back into the rubber grommet, then install my 2 rubber connectors with the check valve. This check valve is a little longer than my original one, so I'm going to need to cut my PVC pipe by 1 inch. I don't feel like taking the pump back out to cut the pipe, so I'm going to put a few paper towels down the pipe to keep the PVC debris from falling into the pump as I cut it. By the way, the one good thing about this new pump is that the float switch is a separate assembly with its own power cord, which means that if the switch goes bad, I can replace it without having to replace the whole pump, which may actually be the problem with my original pump. The only tools I needed for this job was a flat blade screwdriver, a pipe wrench, and something to cut the PVC pipe if that becomes necessary. You might ask, why am I doing this dirty job rather than calling a plumber? Well, check out these estimates. $1,782, $1,883, and $3,000 for a grinder pump that I don't even need. Whether you call a plumber or other so-called experts to do work for you, please do your homework. Google it, watch videos, call a supply house. Don't just leave it in the hands of someone charging you an exorbitant amount of money. Trust no one. Know exactly what you need so you don't get ripped off.
It looks like you got a leak.
One plug is saddled on top of the other, and as soon as I plug it into the outlet, the pump turns on. It looks like I'm open for business, for people who want to come and do their business. I just finished installing this Liberty pump. It took me less than 2 hours to install. Is it a job for a novice? Absolutely. If you know how to use a screwdriver and have a little common sense, you can do it. Is it a crappy job? 100%. But we were getting quotes of $1,800 and more to replace a $450 pump.
Well, to be honest, I never got around to ordering that part for you, so it's still gonna be a couple of weeks.
So I hope I helped you out today. I'm Tom, this is LE50, and thanks for watching.